Here the consideration received he has given 500 equity shares, and that is into 800 you are going to get 4 lakhs, and the transfer expenses are 1000. From 4 lakhs if you deduct the 1000 you are getting here the net consideration 3,99,000. And here to calculate the cost of acquisition we have to calculate, because the FMV value is given, we are going to make in 2 steps. So that we are calling here the cost of acquisition. First, he has given a cost 500 into 120, that become here 60,000. And lower of the following two amounts, that is a fair market value is given in this question, is on the 31st January 2018 he has given 500 into 450. By multiplying this, you are going to get 2,25,000. And sale consideration he has given, that will be compared with the sale value 500 into 800 he has sold. So that become here 4 lakhs. And 225 4 lakhs, the lowest one, lower of the following two amounts, that become here 2,25,000. And now 60,000, 2,25,000, we know the cost of acquisition, whichever is higher will be considered. So that is the cost of acquisition become here 2,25,000. And here we are substituting this 2,25,000 here. From 3,99,000 if you deduct 2,25,000 you are getting income from capital gain 1,74,000. So we know very well the long-term capital gain on equity shares is exempted up to 1 lakh. The excess of 1 lakh is going to be taxed at the rate of 10%. So 1,74,000 minus 1 lakh, you are getting 74,000. That will be taxed at the rate of 10%. So 74,000 into 10%, you are getting here 7,400. And he has given in this question income from other heads as 6,70,000. That will be taxed on the slab basis. So here he has given a non-senior. So non-senior is going to be taxed 0 to 2,50,000. The income will become here 2,50,000. Amount will become here nil. From 2,50,000 1 rupee to 5 lakhs. The amount here income is 2,50,000. 5% 12,500. And 5 lakh 1 to 6,70,000. That the difference is 1,70,000 here, and 20%. Okay, you are going to get here 34,000. By 12,500 and 34,000, by adding both, you are getting here 46,500. From 7,400, 46,500, by adding this and this, you are getting here 53,900. And health and education cess will be calculated on this amount 53,900 into 4%. You are getting here 2,156. So 53,900 2156. By adding that, you are getting the tax liability as 56,056, or we are going to say the nearest to 10 rupee, that is 56,060. We are calling as tax liability in this sum. Now all of you open question number 60. Look at the textbook once. I'm going to read the question. On 15th June 2002, Mr. B or Vijay purchased 600 listed equity shares of a limited company in Bombay Stock Exchange at the rate 250 each, and cost inflation index is 105, and calculate the tax liability listed in each of the following situations. If the income from other heads he has given here 2,70,000, and the situation 1, what he was saying here, if the shares are sold on 11 July 2018 at the rate 720 per share in a recognized stock exchange in India. And next, in the situation 2, what he was saying, FMV value has given here 31st January 2018 rupees 600. In the situation 2, if the shares are sold on 11 July 2018 at the rate of 720 per share in an unrecognized stock exchange or sold privately. So in the situation 1, what he was saying, it was sold in the recognized stock exchange. In the second situation, what he was saying, the shares are sold in the unrecognized stock exchange. We know very well, just now we're done. When the shares are sold in the recognized stock exchange, just now the before sum, what we have done, The similarly we are going to do. When it is sold in the unrecognized stock exchange, the assessee is having an option. There we are going to calculate with index and without indexation. Now look at the sum ones on the screen. So here the consideration received 600 shares at the rate of 720 in the situation 1 is said that we got here 4,32,000, and the transfer expense become here nil because not given in the question, it will become nil. So then net consideration here 4,32,000, and for to find the cost of acquisition we are going to make in two steps. Before some what we learn, again see here. The cost of acquisition 600 shares he has given a cost of 250. So 600 into 250 you are getting here 1,50,000, and the lower of the following two amounts, that is a fair market value on the 31st January 2018, 600 shares into 600, that is the 3,60,000, and the sale consideration just now we done 600 into 720, that is 4,32,000. First we have to compare these two. Lower of the following two amounts, 360, 432, which is the lowest one? 360 is the lowest one. So that's why we have to take 360 here. Again you have to compare with the 1,50,000, which is the highest one in these two, that is 3,60,000, the cost of acquisition. So here the cost of acquisition we are writing 3,60,000, and then income from capital gain you are getting here 72,000. So then we have to make the tax liability. So here just now we have learned the long-term capital gain is on equity shares is exempted up to 1 lakh. The excess of 1 lakh is going to be taxed at the rate of 10%. But here we got an amount of 72,000. So the 72,000 is a lesser than the 1 lakh. There is no long-term capital gain and tax also nil. And then he has given here income from other heads in this question is 2,70,000. Here also the non-senior 0 to 2,50,000. The income will become here 2,50,000. Tax rate will become here nil, and the amount also will become here nil. And 2,50,000 1 rupee to 2,70,000. Then the income will become here 20,000, and the tax rate is 5%. Then you are getting here 1,000. So nil and 1,000. By adding this, you got 1,000 here, and this long term is nil. And finally you got here 1,000, and we know the tax rebate under section 87A, whichever is less from the following, that is a 1,000 and 2,500. If you compare 1,000, 2,500, which is the least one? 1,000. So 1,000 minus 1,000, you are getting the tax liability as nil. Once again see here, the situation 1, he sold the shares in the recognized stock exchange. So here the consideration received is 600 into 720. You are getting here 4,32,000, and the transfer expenses will become here nil. Then you are getting the net consideration as 4,32,000, and then cost of acquisition you have to make in the two steps. One we are calling here cost of acquisition 600 into 250. You are getting here 1,50,000. And lower of the following two amounts, one we have to calculate here the fair market value on 31st January 2018 he has given as 600 he has sold. So 600 into 600 you are getting here 3,60,000, and the sale consideration already we got in the question. So that is 600 into 720 you are getting here 4,32,000, and you have to compare the 3,60,000 with 4,32,000. The lower one we are taking here, that is the 3,60,000. Again it will be compared with the 1,50,000, which is the highest one we are calling as a cost of acquisition. So here the cost of acquisition you are getting here the 3,60,000 when we compared with the 1,50,000. That will be substituted here, that is 3,60,000, then you got 72,000. While calculating the tax liability, as we know, the long-term capital gain on equity shares is exempted up to 1 lakh. An excess of 1 lakh is going to be taxed at the rate of 10%. So that is 72,000 we got, and 1 lakh is exemption. So there is no taxable long-term capital gain. That's why we are showing here nil. And the income from other heads is having 2,70,000. That is up to 2,50,000. Income is 2,50,000, nil, nil. And 2,50,000, 1 rupee to 2,70,000. The difference is 20,000. At the rate 5%, you are getting here 1,000. and here nil and 1000. By adding this you are getting 1000, but he will avail a rebate 87A, whichever is less from the following, that is 1000 and 2500. So here, so which is the least one here? 1000. So it is nil. Tax liability will become here nil. In the situation 2, the same question, situation 2, what he was saying, he sold the shares in the unrecognized stock exchange. When he sold in the unrecognized stock exchange, just now I said the assessee is having an option, he has to take according to his wish. So that we are calling here with indexation 20%, without indexation 10%. And based on that, he is going to pay the tax. He is having an option. So whichever is lower, normally is going to pay the tax to the government. That already we have discussed earlier. Now see here, the consideration received in both cases, 6,000 into 720, that is a 4,32,000, 4,32,000. And the transfer expenses in both cases are nil. The net consideration become here 432, 432. And index cost of acquisition, here there is a small difference. Look at here. So the cost of acquisition 600 into 250, that will become here 1,50,000. When we are saying without indexation, we have to show here 1,50,000. When we are saying with indexation, these 1,50,000 we have to make with the index. We know very well what is the index cost of acquisition formula. The cost of asset into previous year index divided by purchase year index. That already we have discussed in the previous sums. So that is, here we got a cost of 1,50,000 that we have to write here. Previous year index is 280 and the purchase year index is here 105. So here it will become 4 lakhs. That 4 lakhs we have substituted here. So that's why I mentioned here indexed cost of acquisition will be recorded in the index column and the cost of acquisition recorded in the without index column. Clear? So here 432 minus 4 lakhs, you are getting the income from capital gain as 32,000. Here 4,32 minus 150, you are getting as 2,82,000. And here the income from capital gain 32,000, 2,82,000. So the tax I said here 20%. 32,000 into 20%, you will get 6,400. 2,82,000, 10%, you are getting here 28,200. Can anyone tell me, will you pay 6,400 or will you pay 28,200? Normally the assessee can choose this one, which is the least one. He has to pay the tax to the government because he's having an option, he's having a choice. That is with indexation, without indexation. Now see the tax liability. So here again the same, the income from other heads he is getting here 2,70,000 up to 2,50,000. This is 2,50,000 and the nil. 2,50,000, 1 rupee to 2,70,000. The difference is 20,000 and 5% here 1,000. 20,000 into 5 by 100, you will get 1,000. Nil 1,000. By adding this, you will get 1,000 here. And then the long-term capital gain 32,000 into 20%. Again, I have shown here for the sake of you only, because already we have calculated the tax here 6,400 that I wrote here. So this 1,000 and 6,400 together you are getting here 7,400. And now the assessee is as having an income of 2,70,000. He can avail a rebate. We know very well below up to 3,50,000 the rebate can be availed for an assessee for non-senior and the senior. So here the rebate 87A, whichever is less, so that is 7,400 and 2,500. The least one 7,400 and 2,500, which is the least one in this 2,500. So from the 7,400, 2,500 will be subtracted. Then you are getting here 4,900. On the 4,900, we are going to add health and education cess 4% that we got here 196. So 4,900, 196, you are getting here 5,096 or 5,100. Understood this? This is the situation 2. Once again, listen here. In situation 1, what is the point we are learning? Lower of the following. First, we are comparing with the cost. Lower, we are comparing, while calculating the lower, we are comparing with the FMV and the sale consideration. and the cost and this one. We will compare highest one we are going to take, whichever is higher. And that we are calling here cost of acquisition. But in the case of unrecognized stock exchange, whenever he has given with indexation, without indexation, we have to make. That is a difference when the equity shares are sold in a recognized stock exchange and the unrecognized stock exchange. So that we are going to consider here. We are getting like this. And now everyone open question number 24. I will read once, look at there once. Sri Deepak Agarwal purchased a machinery for business purpose whose written down value at the beginning of the previous year is rupees 17 lakhs 25,000. During the previous year, it is sold for rupees 21 lakhs 40,000 and selling expenses were rupees 11,200. Calculate the capital gain and the tax liability if there is no other income. There is no other income. Now look at here once. Selling price will become here the consideration received, that the sold for he has given 21 lakh 40,000 and the transfer expenses he has given last but one line 11,200. From 21 40,000 you have to deduct the 11,200. Then you are getting your net consideration as 21 lakh 28,800 and then he has given the written down value. So that will become here the cost of acquisition 17 lakh 25,000. By deducting that you are getting here 4 lakh 3,800. So see here the transferred asset is used in the business subject to the depreciation. It means that on the machinery we will calculate the depreciation or not in the business. So the depreciation, so it will become a short term capital gain. It will become a short term capital asset and that is going to be taxed on the slab basis. Once again look at this note. The transferred asset is used in the business subject to the depreciation. The profit on transfer of asset will be treated as a short term capital gain and it will be taxed on the slab basis. Already we have written this note, you can refer in your notes. So here he got 4 lakh 3,800. This will be taxed on the slab basis. Again here also the assessee age is not mentioned in this question. So we will consider as a non-senior. So here the slab up to 2,50,000, 2,50,000, nil, nil. From 2,50,000 1 rupee to 4,03,800. The difference we are calling here 1,53,800 and the tax rate will be the 5%, that is 7690. So that we wrote here. On this we cannot avail a rebate. Why? Because it is more than 3,50,000. So here the health and education says 4% you have to make. So that is here the tax liability 7 lakh. Health and education says on 7690 at the rate 4%, that will become here 308. So 7690 308, you are getting a tax liability of 7,998 or rounded off figure nearest to 10 rupees, that is 8 lakhs. Sorry, 8,000. Once again listen here. Consideration received is 21 lakh 40,000. Transfer expenses are 11,200. Net consideration become here 21 28,800. Then the return on value become here cost of acquisition because it is a business asset. So you have to take here 1725. By deducting that you are getting here 4 lakhs 3,800. That is a short term capital gain when the notes here. The transferred asset is used in the business subject to the depreciation. The transferred asset is treated as a capital asset. Gain on that asset we are calling as short-term capital gain and it will be taxed on the slab basis. So here up to 2,50,000. Here income from other heads is 270 as given and nearly as given. So here we have to calculate on 4,03,800. You have to make the slab here. So that is up to 2,50,000, 2,50,000, 2,50,000 1 rupee to 4,03,800. 5% you are getting here 7690 and 4% health and education says that is 308. By adding that you are getting here 7,998 or 8,000. Now look at the question number 26. The different model. Mr.